We're coming across the 9 p.m. hour, guys. Stream is live. Give it a second to buffer in. Get everybody ready into the stream. And we should be good to go. There we go, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The last stream of December, which is, of course, 2022, the last stream of this year. I want to thank everybody who comes into the stream tonight or catches me on the video on demand. I have one of my moderators in. Thank you very much for Titus for coming by. I'm hoping Jackie will be in here as well. Hopefully we'll have some people in the chat tonight. We're talking kind of three things tonight. It's going to be hopefully a 30-minute stream. Hopefully I can get stuff in for 30 minutes. We're going to be talking about recent pickups. Some of the Black Friday stuff I picked up. If you haven't seen that video yet, it is on YouTube right now. Also, I did a small YouTube short, about a minute long. I basically took a cut of that particular video and did it as its own standalone short. I'm going to be doing another short tomorrow, which was a piece of a toy hunt, which I haven't put up. I don't think I'm going to, but it is a thing. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know, Titus, in the stream, if you can hear me okay. I think it's okay. So we're talking about the pickups for this month so far, which really was a whole lot of stuff. We're talking about probably the best purchases I made or was given or picked up in 2022, which may or may not lead into a separate video, which I may or may not do this year. I'm thinking I may do or I may not do it. I've done one for the last 4 years, which was the top 10 products I picked up in that particular year, like from 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, or I think it was 2020. 19, 20, 21 so far. I think I did it for 3 years. So that may be a separate video, but I'll give you what my purchases were, or things I've been given, and it'll probably be in that particular video. And last is big news that came out of Funko yesterday. It basically is breaking news. It just dropped yesterday. That's one of the reasons why the stream is happening tonight. So let's talk about stuff I've picked up. So let's do that first. Foremost, we always talk about that first. So first thing is, will be going on eBay, or shortly will be going on. I do like the Micro Galaxies figures. I'm going to be probably doing a toy hunt for 2 more pieces for Series 2, probably maybe even this weekend. That is the A-Wing fighter, which I think is a chase piece, and a snow speeder. But I picked up this, which is a chase piece. This is the Outland TIE Fighter. You can see the chase sticker right there. It says one of 15,000 pieces. Apologies for the glare. This will be going up on eBay. Hey, Lanny, thanks for coming into the stream tonight. This will be going up on eBay. I think we're putting it up for, 30 or 35 bucks. You'll know it if you see my Star Wars blanket on a table. That's where we shot it. So if you see it on eBay, it's probably my wife putting it up. So keep an eye open for that. Because I picked it up, I'm going to be flipping it. So just be aware of that. If you're interested, that is going up. Cheap plug. Next, of course, we'll talk Black Friday. And Black Friday, to me this year, really wasn't that great. All things considered, guys. I don't know if it was because of post-COVID stuff. I don't know because of shipping delays. I don't know what the hell happened. But as far as GameStop's Funko product this year was trash. Compared to other prior years, and I even mentioned that in the video, in the Black Friday video I did. If you haven't seen it, definitely take a look at it. It's online right now. I did pick up 2 boxes. These particular boxes were, they call them their collector boxes. And I use that with air quotes because they've done these boxes in past boxes before, past IPs. They are standalone figures. You know exactly what figures you're going to get. It could be usually between maybe 2 to 3 figures, maybe 4 figures. Sometimes it might be just 2 figures. And they would be literally, you paid like 30, 35, 40 bucks for the box. And that's what you get from box to box. There'd be no difference. This year they had 4 different characters. They had the Mudhorn Mandalorian. They had the Death Watch Trooper with the flight pack. Yeah, it was horrible, Annie. They had Pal Vizsla, and they had the Imperial Stormtrooper, which was like the more of the ragged Imperial Trooper, who's all kind of like dusty and beaten up. Even last year's box was good because it was the Deadpool bucket list box. You had 4 pops, and the Blacklight was the chase. Prior to that, we had the Fantastic Four, which were Venomized, and each one of the Venomized characters had a chase variation. They didn't put the chase sticker on it, but it was sort of like, it was metallic looking, and that's how you knew you had the chase. prior years were always good. I mean, the 90s box, the cartoon box was awesome. Each character had a chase opportunity. I didn't mention drink tonight. We're doing some Pepsi Cola cream soda. If you never had it, it's a pretty good drink. I'm not a big Pepsi guy, mind you. So out of I picked up 2 boxes. I got my boxes for, I think they were $30. One was 30, one was 35. I think each box was 35 bucks. Because there was no discount on the box, unfortunately. So my boxes actually came out pretty good. My 2 boxes, of the 2 boxes, I got 3 characters and 1 dupe. I was happy with what I got. So I'll show you what I got. And most likely this Thursday is going to be the review for this guy. And that's the guy that people wanted, and that's the Mudhorn Mandalorian. This is the one, I think it was in Season 2, or it might have been the end of Season 1, where he was fighting the Mudhorn in the mud. He was all caked in mud. A very cool looking version of Mando. It's known as Mudhorn Battle. I will be doing a full review of this guy, because I thought it was a very cool looking pop. There we go, right there, so you can see it. But it was not listed as a chase. The only type of variety that I have seen come out of those boxes were the pins and the patch. There were 2 different pins and 2 different patches that I've seen. That was it. We didn't have any minifigs, any Funko minifigures. We did not get any Pez dispensers like we've gotten in prior years' boxes. This year's box, I mentioned it in that particular video, I think they either rushed the box, they could not deliver what they wanted to probably deliver on. It could have been that they probably maybe ordered something different, and because of shortages in the shipping lanes, they couldn't get what they wanted in the time they are looking to get it for. I'm making it a guess. I don't know. I'm hoping this wasn't the original intent from the beginning of this year for Black Friday, because it was a horrible box, all things considered. If you looked at prior year's boxes and you look at them in a vacuum and just compare apples to apples, it's not that good, all things considered. I'm a Mando fan, and I was a fan of those figures, but there was no chase versions, and we've seen chases in the past. Things may be changing when we'll talk more about that near the end of the video. We got Pal Vizsla, which is the heavier version of the Heavy Trooper, basically, with the dagger. That was in, I think, the end of Season 2. Of course, this is Jon Favreau's character that he plays in The Mandalorian. Underneath all the gear and the helmets, he plays Pal Vizsla. I don't know if he's the physical actor himself. I know he's putting the armor on and done scenes with Mando. So I think it's very, very cool. And of course, the last one I got was the Death Watch Trooper. This is the guy that has the big exploding jetpack. They've used the base before. They did it with both Boba Fett. They've done it with Jango Fett. The explosive jetpack as the base. It's a very cool effect. I do like what they do. You can see the base right there. How the jetpack, and he looks like he's flying. I like that effect. It's very, very cool. So these guys were cool pickups. So I was very happy with that. I did not. Of course, I did not get the... I talked about it in a video I was going to shoot, but that video got scrapped. Yep, no variations. Yeah, they dropped the ball, Lanny. 100% agree. I 100% agree that I don't know what they were thinking. This was a horrible box, all things considered. If you look at, again, box to box, year to year, it was... Of all the years I've collected Funko since 2015 is when I got into Funko, basically, every year has been consistently either better or as good as the prior year's box. This year's box was absolutely horrible, all things considered. It was bad. It was really, really bad. I can only make the assumption this wasn't their intent, and they had to scramble to find something that would work. And that's what I'm guessing what's happened here. I could be wrong, but I'm making the assumption this is what happened here. Again, Pepsi Cola, cream. We're doing some cream shop soda today. That's what we're drinking right now, guys. So, oh yeah, as I mentioned for Black Friday, wait for it to focus. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. There we go, camera. There we go. How's that focus? I did go to Five and Below. I did check for those 10-inch Galactus Pops, the black lights. I found 2 locations that they were selling them, $25 a piece. Unfortunately, they didn't have any chases. 2 locations had them. No chases, unfortunately, for those locations. I'm going to be doing probably a short tomorrow of just that piece of that toy hunt. That will be going up on the short shelf. Keep your eyes open for that one. Now, that being said, I actually killed 10 minutes. I'm very, very surprised. I haven't coughed a whole lot. Good for me. Go Rook. So, let me talk to you about, and I want to hear what your guys' also in the chat. What were your best pickups for 2022? Either you purchase the item or were given the item. So I'm going to give you some of my best pickups for 2022. Of course, we have to go with the big guy. And I'm going to move the camera in a second. And that is this guy right here. That is the Sideshow Collectible Gambit statue, the Marquette. That is a massive statue on top of that shelf right there. It is huge. It's probably the biggest pickup of this year. It may be showing up on a top 10 list. Again, apologies for this, guys. Coughed up because I get sore throat. Apologies. It probably be showing up on a top 10 list. Now, that was probably one of the coolest pieces. Again, that came out like 3 years ago, I want to say, the Marquette. I think it came out either 2018 or 2019 is when that Marquette statue came out. Very cool piece. It's very, very large. Some of my other kind of key pieces that came out this year. Again, I'm a big, I'm very prejudiced. I'm biased towards this. And that, of course, is the gold label Kyle Rayner from McFarlane Toys in this suit. Again, I talked about it before. I didn't like the Blackest Night series version of Kyle. This is the suit I think is much better designed. I haven't reviewed him yet. I probably will eventually. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. But him, much better figure than the other Kyle Rayner, which of course is, let me get him right here, guys. Got him right here. Which of course is this guy right here. If you ask me, it's not even close. It's not even close. I didn't like that suit then. I don't like the suit now. I think it was a bad design then. I still think it's a bad design now. I don't like it. But this one, very close to his original design, his original suit. Love this figure. Again, I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet, but I don't have a problem with it. They redid the face sculpt. The suit looks correct. I'm happy with it. Sticking to the Blackest Night, I think another item, which was the Collect and Connect Atrocitus. This guy is massive. He is cool. This is why you would have bought into the Blackest Night series for this character. Hey, Jackie, no worries. But very, very cool. Huge figure. I think it's about 8 or 9 inches. I mean, if you compare it to Kyle, Kyle comes up to about, here to him. And Kyle's at the 6.5, 7 inch mark. So he's about 9 inches, 10 inches in size. So this is what a Collect and Connect figure is all about. McFarlane Toys did a good job on the Collect and Connect version for the Blackest Night series. This guy definitely is the reason why you buy into that series. If you look at it, because if you think about the MSRP of all the figures, let's say each figure is $25. This technically is a $100 figure, in my personal opinion. Would you spend $100 for him? I can see people spending $100 for this figure. If you're a fan of the Lantern stuff for DC, if you're a fan of Red Lanterns, if you're a fan of Atrocitus, this figure may be up your alley. I love that head sculpt. It looks awesome. Great looking head sculpt. Hopefully we can get it to come in here. Hold on. Let's see if we can get better. There it is. Great looking head sculpt. But this is the reason you buy into the Blackest Night series. Another item. Diamond Select. Knocked it out of the park again with this awesome Boba Fett statue. This is about $45 US. Yeah, that was a Build-A-Figure, Lenny. This right here was all figures from Blackest Night to build. This is a Collect and Connect. This was parts of 4 different figures. Blackest Night, Batman, Deathstorm, Kyle Rayner, and Blackest Night Superman to build this figure. Boba Fett here, great statue. The only thing I wish it might have had, it would be a hot swappable arm. Would have been very cool as maybe a holstered gun. Or, I think that would have been cool to have as well. Just a hot swappable, or maybe even take off the helmet. I think that would have been a very, very cool idea. But again, for a statue like this, again, small form factor, about $45 US. I mean, this is a cool statue that would fit on any shelf. I'd like that idea. I'm a big fan of smaller statues. I mean, again, we have stuff like that Gambit right there. That Sideshow Collectibles Gambit is just, it's a work of art. It's an awesome, awesome statue. But that takes up a massive amount of space. This thing here doesn't take up a whole lot of space. I mean, if you compare it to Atrocitus in the scale here, it gives you some sense of scale. He's about 10 inches tall. He's about 10, 11 inches tall. Also, guys, this is a PVC statue. I've done a full review of this statue. I've done a full review of this figure. So both these are on the channel. If you want to look at them, you're more than welcome to. But again, very cool statue. I love it. Very cool idea for Boba Fett. Neat idea. Like everything they did about this statue. You can get statues at a scale like this, and it doesn't destroy your wallet. And I'm a fan of that. This is, again, a PVC statue. This is made out of basically vinyl and plastic. It may seem a little hollow, but, you know, it looks hollow there. But this is a really cool looking statue. I think they did a great job. Diamond Select did an awesome job on the statue. Should be commended. Love the statue. Last but not least is a statue I haven't talked about. I haven't even showed it off to you guys. And it's another Diamond Select statue. Because I am a fan of Snake Eyes. This is a Snake Eyes statue. This comes in one of two variations. They have this suit, and they have the purple kind of suit that looks like this that came out of the cartoons. This is Timber. It took me a while to figure out what this post was for. It's basically, you link it to this log at the bottom here, and you put it to his belly, and it keeps him upright. Because if you don't, he'll start to sag. But this is a very cool statue. Again, about $50 US. The Diamond Select statues are very, very cool, cost-effective statues. I haven't reviewed this statue. I think it looks great. I think they did a great job. Diamond Select, again, another great job on a statue. Looks like it's coming right out of the cartoon, right off the cards, right off the, like a figure of Snake Eyes. You can see the attention to detail and deco. They did a great job on that Snake Eyes. Let's move the mic a little bit over here so you can see the head sculpt. Timber looks great. Again, for $50, you can't really complain about a statue like this. They did a great design on it, great attention to detail and deco. There we go, fix that one. You basically put it on his belly. Because if you take this post out, you see this post right here? If you remove this post, he'll just start sagging. And this is to basically keep him upright. It kind of takes away the illusion of the effect a little bit, but when you have it sit up, you know, kind of push into a shelf, it's not that bad. But again, very good attention to detail for deco for Snake Eyes. I like what they did with the statue. It looks great. There are some bigger Sideshow collectible statues out there at a way higher price point, but I've never reviewed or talked about the statue yet, so I wanted to just showcase it off to you guys so you can see what it looks like. Again, very cool statue. Timber looks really good here. Again, it's a Timber Wolf. Great attention to detail on that. You can see the face sculpt on it. They sculpted it really, really well. Kind of this, you know, snow scene. Great statue. Great little statue. Again, $50. Can't complain. And there is a variant of that statue where it's the same pose, and Timber looks a little different. It's the same pose for Timber, just the color scheme is a little different. It's the purplish gray outfit, which he was in the cartoon series that he wore. It's just a variant. It's the same statue, same pose, just a variant. So, we're coming up. I'm surprised I actually talked for 15 minutes so far. What was your guys' biggest pickups of 2022? Hit me up in the chat, please. What were your guys' pickups? I'm curious what you guys got. What was your big pickup for this year? Jackie, Titus, Lanny, anybody? And if anybody's in the chat on Video on Demand, on the VOD, please hit me up on the VOD or in the comments when this goes live. Let me know. Again, cough drops. Helping a lot. Helping a lot right now. Hit the chat up. Let me know in the comments. Let me know when this goes to Video on Demand. What was your big pickups for 2022? Those are probably my biggest pickups. Or the most important pickups. I'll probably be adding more stuff. If I do that top 10 video, it may not even be top 10. It might be top 7 this year. Because honestly, when I take a step back and look at everything I picked up this year, it really wasn't a whole lot, all things considered. Compared to prior years, Iron Giant, the 3-liter. Oh, okay. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lenny. That's the one that's in the big 3-liter bottle, right? I think it looks like a 2-liter Coke, but it's in they made the sodas the big 3 liters as well. So you got the Chase version. I have bad luck with the sodas. All things considered. Every time I picked up sodas, I've only gotten 3 sodas. I got an Iron Man one, I got a Green Lantern one, and a Jon Stewart one, and a Larfleeze. I've gotten 4 sodas and not hit any chases yet on any of them. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool, Annie. He's holding a red car. Yeah. One thing I give Funko credit for is all their sodas, regardless of what the soda is, there's always a chase component with those sodas. And that's one thing I think people like about the sodas is you have the potential for the chase. And I think that's a cool idea. Of course, their chases sometimes can be different sculpts, glow in the dark, metallics, flocks. You have all sorts of things their chases can be. But I do like that. That became basically, in my personal opinion, their second biggest line, next to like even Loungefly, because Loungefly is their bags, purses, backpacks. That's a huge market. Sodas, people like the sodas as well. So that became sort of Funko's next go-to line. The Dorbs failed. The rock candies failed. That became like their next big line, and it worked really, really well. I'm very surprised. Great transition, guys. Speaking of Funko, we're also going to transition now to some stuff that broke yesterday, and it's very surprising, and it's very good because I think people can agree in the chat. People will agree when this in the comments when this goes on the video on demand tomorrow that Funko has been slacking, and they've been slacking badly. For the last, I want to say the last quarter 3, Q3, which would be June, July, August, and then Q4, September, October, July, August, September is Q3, then October, November, December is Q4. I would say the last 2 quarters, Funko has been bad. Been really, really bad. Things like the Fright Night box was horribly, horribly accepted by the public. Things like the Black Friday box, which was just a surplus of back stock. People were not happy about that. They made a lot of bad decisions, and their stock tanked. So, breaking news, if you didn't know, yesterday, and I will drop the article in the chat so you can see it, pulling it from a reliable website called Market Watch, and we'll go over to it right now. Funko names Mariotti, CEO, CFO Fall Jung departs in leadership shuffle. Brian Mariotti, if you didn't know, stepped down from the reins of Funko in January 2022. He became the Chief Creative Officer, the CCO. And this other guy, Andrew Palomarter, took the role of CEO. He was basically pushing hard for NFTs, like massively, and that's part of, I think, Funko's biggest issue. One of their biggest issues right now, they're pushing so hard with NFTs. They're doing them every single month. They're not making them special anymore. They're pushing them every month, and we are going to be doing an unboxing. I did get my Steampunk Batman shipped to me. That is on its way, so I should be doing a review for that one, which is Series 1. I didn't get the Kyle Rayner, unfortunately. If you guys get one, you have it, let me know. Hit me up in chat, please. But Brian Mariotti was the CEO of Funko from 2000 and I think it was 2005. Yeah, I don't know, Jackie. It's weird. Brian Mariotti was the CEO of Funko from 2005 until he shifted to the CCO role in the beginning of this year. The stocks tanked at the Q3 call. I think it was Q3 or Q4. So, taking effective immediately yesterday, Funko has appointed Brian Mariotti Chief Creative Officer, CCO, and former Chief Executive as new CEO of the company. So, Brian Mariotti has now shifted back to the CEO position. This is the guy that really helped make Funko Funko. This is what made your Funko Wednesday drops special. When you did those Funko Wednesday drops, they were always important pops. They always had the Funko exclusive sticker on them. They stopped putting the exclusive sticker where it was the exclusive Funko shop sticker on Wednesday's release days. People were looking forward to these releases. You know, if Funko has taken a bad position now, the stock tanked, everything looked bad. So basically, I'll read the article to you guys. So basically, Funko named Brian Mariotti, once again, CEO of Funko. And there goes the leadership shuffle. The pop culture lifestyle brand said Monday that Mr. Mariotti would take on the CEO position effective immediately. He succeeds Andrew Palmier, who is stepping down as CEO and will become the company's president. So he's now becoming the quote-unquote president of Funko. Jennifer Fall Jung is also stepping down as the chief financial officer effective immediately. This guy, Scott Yesner, will serve as an interim CFO. They said that Ms. Fall Jung is out. Basically, Yesner went to the company with Tatum, global talent service firm, 20-year track record, yada, yada, yada. Their shares even went up because of this. Again, I'm not a stock guy, but this is good news, in my personal opinion, for Funko. This was a smart idea. Bringing back Brian Moriarty is basically is the face of Funko. He's the guy that people know and respect in the Funko community. The people that know him know that he does right by the company. People, you may or may not like Funko, but this was a good turn in the right direction. They steered the ship back where it needed to be, because in the last 2 quarters, I would honestly say Funko has really slacked off. It's gotten really, really bad. And that Black Friday box is just icing on the cake. Basically, if you didn't know, they had a lot of surplus stock. A lot of it. And they basically, people were thinking, basically back during the pandemic time, where people got their checks because of the crisis, the stimulus checks. And basically Funko said, well, there's a lot of extra money coming out in the community, let's ramp up production. And remember, things like that in production, you can't just flip a switch and make new product. It goes through a creative cycle to get out to the market. And now those items now are slowly trickling in from the pre-pandemic time now. So all that money is now gone. So all this extra surplus is around. And even they downgraded their warehouse from a huge warehouse to a smaller one. They consolidated the building down. So that means they basically have all this extra surplus in stock. And they needed to blow all this stuff out. And I think the Black Friday boxes was one of the channels you're doing it. They're also now tapping into other markets. Five Below, Ollie's, Marshalls. You're finding more Funko products in these stores. I wouldn't doubt it if you go to your Publix's or your Winn-Dixie soon and find the product there. I don't know why they're pushing out to all these kind of these big box chain stores. They're making Funko feel not as special anymore. It may, to just walk into a store, I can walk in 7-Eleven and buy Pops. It doesn't feel like they're not as special as they used to be. They're probably going to blow all the stock out right now. So you're going to see stuff at your Ollie's. You're going to see stuff at your Burlington Coat Factories. You're going to see stuff at your typical, your GameStops. But at Five and Below now, I hope and I pray we don't see them show up as Dollar General. That would be horrible if they go to Dollar General. It'd be really, really bad. So that was the big news I wanted to talk about. Yeah, it does, Lanny. It 100%, 100% cheapens it, in my personal opinion. Definitely cheapens it. I completely agree with that. Definitely. 1,000%, it cheapens it. I don't know why. I don't know why they're going that direction, but they are. Apologies if the stream is locking up on you guys. Hopefully it's not that bad. Yeah, it's coming in now. Perfect. It's not good. So yeah, I just hope they course correct now in 2023. I really do. Having Brian Moriarty back, I think, is the way to go. It's much better now with him kind of taking back the leadership reins of Funko, getting the other guy out. He was probably just a money guy. He probably didn't know really what Funko's kind of vision was all about. I just hope Brian Moriarty puts it back to where it needs to be. And that's where it should be. It should be back in a position where we can all enjoy it. Yeah, Jackie. I've seen a lot of Funko stuff at Five and Below. Having, of course, the Galactus stuff there showed up was kind of out of the blue. They didn't have any of the Surf's Up Leonardo there from Turtles, which was a Hall H exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con. It didn't have the sticker on it, though, but it is that same pop. Those were the 2 items that I was looking for at Five and Below this year. Unfortunately, they did not have it. That short video will probably be going up tomorrow, which will be just that piece of the toy hunt. I decided to scrap the rest of that hunt that I was going to put together. Probably this coming week, I'm going to be doing, of course, the Mudhorn Mandalorian. He's going to be reviewed. Keep your eyes open for him. And I'm probably going to be hitting up a couple stores looking for the Star Wars Macro Galaxy Series 2, looking for that Snow Speeder, and looking for that A-Wing. Those are the 2 items I'm looking to get my hands on. But yeah, that's it, guys. We're kind of done today, 9:30. Again, 30-minute stream. I want to thank all my moderators who came in. Lanny, thank you for coming in. Titus, Jackie, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream tonight. This is the last stream of this year. Of course, next year, 2023. I wish everybody a Happy New Year. You can always watch these streams. I always stream the very first Tuesday of a given month, usually between 9 and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. It may go an hour if it's important news, a lot of stuff to talk about. Then I'll do a full hour-long stream. Usually those are things like big news breaks, New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, Emerald City Comic Con usually releases. I'll talk about stuff like that. Those are usually the big hour-long videos. But I do want to thank everybody who came into the stream tonight. No worries, Darcy, thanks for coming into the stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't catch the full stream, you can definitely catch it on video on demand. It usually shows up about 10, 12 hours the following day. Usually around 10 or 11 a.m. is when the stream will actually drop on video on demand. So I want to thank everybody who came into the stream tonight. Apologies, the stream kind of got clogged up. That's the internet preserver, so can't control that. Getting over my cold. I want to thank everybody again, guys. Take care. See you the next year, guys. We'll be cutting it today at 3, 2, 1. Take